Let's go back to Notre Dame de Montconseil. Britons with the whole shot in the first moto. Then, oh my goodness, Thompson goes down hard and dislocates his thumb. Hayes has a problem in the KTM corner. Montbovir stalls on corner 1. Red flag incident with Osby leading, and he gets docked. Gourlay has a sandwich, then Hayes goes down. Thompson solid in 8th. Osby was the man though in the second moto. Montbovir runs red into round 7. Welcome Rockstars to round 7 of the 2017 Rockstar Energy Drink Motocross Nationals. This week, the lovely Pleasant Valley MX track just outside of Truro, Nova Scotia. Today's MX2 racing will be brought to you by Motovan.com. Mark Travers and Brian Coster in the booth. MX2 pilots and staging, Fabs.
Amazing day for motocross here in the Maritimes. Fresh sea air, not far from Halifax, just outside of Truro. The boys are getting set to do battle. Just loving this time of day, Travs.
Okay, Fabs, let's get caught up on the points in the MX2 class after 6 of 10. Big news, Cole Thompson, who injured his thumb last weekend at round 6, tried to practice, tried to qualify, is not racing. He is out, Fab. So big switch up here as we get into the 7th round. Moffenbauer and Osby, Surratt, Wright are all in the mix.
Big shake-up, Travs, but today is a new day. There is Sean Moffenbauer, number 12 there, giving his gate a little blow. The 211 of Jack Wright coming on strong. First-year pro, in and around the top 15. CMRC officials getting things ready. Talk about gate choice, very important at this track, and you can see how rough and tumble it is down that chute. Excellent aerials of this gorgeous racetrack. High speed, Travs. This is a different ball game for some of these athletes, and the roost out here is simply punishing. It's like being shot with a paintball gun at close range with no armor repeatedly. And this place is gnarly fast and pretty scary at times. Spectators and fans in for a huge treat today.
A great overview of a beautiful part of this country as we look out to our riders coming out onto parade. There's the 184 Tanner Ward with a nice lifter down into the start straight. MX2 action is right around the corner. Welcome back to round 7 of the 2017 Rockstar Energy Drink Motocross Nationals. This is the Pleasant Valley MX track, and that is the lovely Rockstar L. Mark Travers and Brian Coster in the booth as we get ready for some brand new Rockstar outfits this weekend, as we got the lovely Rockstar Julian the 30 board and Sir Paul Kingsley.
Kelsey flanking. This first MX2 Moto will be brought to you by RoyalDistributing.com, Canada's power sports leader, and of course, the benefactors for the Royal Distributing Hole Shot, Travs, and that Triple Crown. Rider gets 2 hole shots on the day. They take that money and double it, so not a bad way to make a little extra cash right on the inside. The 807 of Drew Roberts on that Country Quarters KTM. Rider from Alveston, Ontario. It's got that inside pick, T.
And it's a tough pick, Brian, because it's a really tight left-hander as they come in. Start has changed this year as they sweep around to the left. On board the 21, Davey Fraser. Prince gets a great start. So does Osby. But it's the 184 of Tanner Ward, the amateur, with that Royal Distributing hunch. What a fantastic start. And how about that pair of FXR Yamahas going 2nd and 3rd with Pettis with his first go. And Fraser is down in the dirt.
Oh, that Carlson Husqvarna rider lays it down sitting 4th. Pettis looked awesome through that first turn on the inside. We saw him jostling with Iona Britons, but out front it is the Pro-Am rider who has been a bright light in the second half of the MX2 Championship. Look at him on the Pipe Factory KTM, the only rider under the Big Ten with Thompson and Benoit out. But how about Pettis coming back from that broken collarbone only 3.5 weeks ago? Breast surgery, he's hardly been riding, he's sitting 2nd, dicing with his teammate Moffenbauer, and the number 12 has been the dominant rider sitting 3rd, so let's see what little Muff has up his sleeve.
The exit from that off camber, Brian, is tricky. Let's go back to a replay of the whole shot. Look at Tanner Ward right through the middle. And remember, because he's riding intermediate, he rode here on Saturday, put a lot of laps in, and he's got some experience on this track. A very slippery track, Brian. Look at the way the riders are handling these corners. They have to attack them very carefully. And you see Ward on the outside where there's a little bit more tractable soil.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like there's good loam all the way around, but there is a hard base, so all that soft stuff gets pushed to the outside. A very tricky and thrilling jump, the Rockstar finish line as they kind of arc to the left. Check out Buff and 16. Great dicing for those MX 101 Yamaha Blue Crew riders.
Moffenbauer on the inside through the FXR corner gets by Pettis. And let's face it, is anybody surprised to see Pettis up here? I am. After 3 weeks off, Brian, he is in the mix right at the front, right where he left off. And if you see those pictures, he looks like Frankenstein with all those screws in his body.
Yeah, he's got a lot of screws and plates in that collarbone. Just a warrior with such a great riding style. He keeps his composure on the bike.
Oh, there it is, Brian. There it is.
He slips out. That is the slipperiest corner on the track, Travis, and that is the first turn corner. Casey Keith's got a really good start. We saw him have a beautiful wheelie on the hot lap. So Keith's now fishtailing around, keeps the motor running, but boy, he lost a lot of positions.
And that is the Honda Hollow, one of the most famous parts of this track. Back to our leader, the 184, the amateur on that factory KTM, being hunted down by Lilem, who's in great contention right now. Think about Osby, didn't get a great start, Brian. And those are the two riders that are battling for the lead in this MX2 championship, with Thompson gone, gaining speed on the outside. Tanner Ward finding traction, Brian. Again, that exit off the off-camber, very slippery.
Tanner Ward not intimidated by these established stars in MX2. Unbelievable as they come around via Chirby's left. Ward using all the track. Moffenbauer trying everything. Moff has been eating roost, a bossy, experienced move, but the cut under Ward is not backing off. And I think Ward riding amateur day has been a huge advantage. He's got this track dialed. He won every single moto yesterday, and he's still in the hunt.
It's bossy, though, because he comes in on the inside, which is a known slippery part of the track. When you're confident enough to get traction on that part, and even Moffenbauer carries that drift nicely, incredible. Fabs, we're talking about the speed of this track. This is a blistering fast track, almost as fast as these bikes can go. Wow. Look at Ward pushing Pettis really wide through the Honda Hollow.
This is where it's very important to be patient for riders like Moffenbauer and Pettis. They're the more established stars. I think they're a little quicker than Ward in the long haul, but boy, Ward has got some skills and he's gaining experience every time. You can see Pettis taking very alternate lines. Pettis looks very composed on the bike. Ward looks a little bit more haywire, but that's his style.
Back to the battle for fourth place, the number 100 Monster Energy Alpastars Kawasaki of Hayes being hunted down by the GDR Honda of Wright. Both of these riders need to get up in the mix. They want to stay in that points hunt. Brian, watching Ward out on the track with that yellow plate reminds me of a lot of the riders that we're seeing battling in the top end. We think of Wright, we think of Moffenbauer, we think of Pettis. All of those guys rode as amateurs in the MX2 class, and you're right, it's about experience, getting out there and getting your feet wet.
Ward has just been awesome. Like, he got the whole shot here and he's riding respectively well. He's in second place, but look at the lead Moffenbauer has pulled out once getting by Ward. I know he was frustrated with that roost, hence that bossy pass, and it looks like Pettis Travis has moved past, and there goes the 100 of Hayes by Ward as well. So as this moto wears on, Ward is getting caught up by these factory stars. And here comes Dylan Wright. He looks very aggressive, and check out Wright on that GDR Honda. 2018 Fox here on the outside. So much speed right there. The 184 just got schooled.
But look at the cutback, Brian. The cutback for the 184 of Tanner Ward, and now another cutback for the 14 of Dylan Wright. Wow, some tremendous passing on a very interesting part of the track as they launch out of that FXR corner. The one thing I've noticed about Ward, and I think that's the amateur rider in him, is leaving the door open a little bit, using those wider lines, which he's used to riding against amateur riders because he's so much faster.
Yeah, he's getting a quick lesson here in the pro ranks. Make no mistake, just 17 years of age. He's a name we're going to hear a lot of in the future here in Canadian motocross. Now the battle is hot for third with the 100 Alpine Stars Monster Energy Drink Kawasaki of Jakob Hayes, and then that sweet red Honda of the 14 of Wright. And Wright is aggressive, Travis. It looks to me like Hayes is slowing him down a bit.
I think Dylan Wright is the most aggressive I've seen him in the last 2 or 3 rounds, and we keep talking about the more aggressive Wright is, the better he does on the track. And these guys have been sort of renewing an acquaintance that they've started early in the season. Nice to see them battling together and banging bars.
Absolutely, and Hayes has gotten off to a bit of a slow start in the West, but really coming into his own. Look at the motor wheeling up to that tabletop. Wright's got to just take his time and find a good opportunity to make a clean pass, which is very difficult on this extremely fast racetrack.
And look at Wright on the inside, threw that at Chirby's left-hander. Looks like he has third place with a nice pass. Sometimes you have to be patient, especially on a slippery track. You mentioned that early on. It's about having a good eye and waiting for that opportunity. And here they go on the pipe, taped up to the finish line.
So fast up to that, Travis, and they barely check up for that finish line jump. And Wright has just been using the whole racetrack.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man, Moff looks good. But Travis, the roost out here hurts so much. That is a sense of urgency when you're behind a rider and you just get angry and you eventually make an angry pass because you're just sick of eating that pummeling roost.
Bobby dragging through the garden. Piazza, the number 637 Husqvarna, with Surratt hunting him down, and that is for sixth place, as we saw Pettis in second place rounding that at Chirby's corner. And here comes Moffenbauer taking the checkered flag and now controlling the MX2 class, with Osby finishing way back. Gotta like little M. Let's get to the top 10 in our first MX2. Ward with a solid moto in 5th. Love Piazza, Surratt, Osby with a tepid 8th. Jonah Britton's top dog in 9th, and Hayden Halstead in 10th.
Ladies and gentlemen, the number 12 of Sean Moffenbauer, a 10-second win out there, Sean. Started in 3rd, made some moves, and Tanner Ward riding really well, but you put your MX101 Yamaha in top spot again. You are gunning for a championship.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's been some wild things happen in the last couple of rounds, so I'm just trying to do my best and come out here every weekend and just execute. And you know what? Got off to a decent start, like you said. I was 3rd, and I was pumped to see my teammate up there with me, and I'm like, okay, here we go, let's see what we can do. So made a couple passes, got in the lead, and just, you know, with the track out there today, it's super slippery, and you just got to be super patient. So that's what I did.
Good shot of our hole shot artist Tanner Ward with the lovely Rockstar girls. Good job up there, team. Living large.
Welcome back to the Pleasant Valley Motocross Park for round 7 of the 2017 Rockstar Energy Drink Motocross Nationals. Oh, the lovely Rockstar L with a kiss for Fabs, telling us that Moto 2 is just about ready to go in the MX2 class. And there goes Kelsey and Julia with the 30 board. Babs?
Man, oh man, this second MX2 Moto Trials will be brought to you by Honda. Be a daredevil and get your red wings and get yourself one of those beautiful 2017 CR motocross bikes as Dylan Wright rides. Panning along, concrete start. We haven't talked about that. Riders getting their rear tire up to temperature again. Drew Roberts has got that inside gate pick again on that white and black KTM. A few over is our first Moto hole shot artist, Tanner Ward, Traps.
And the two struggle along as the gate goes down. Brian coming into that first corner. Who's going to get the second Royal Distributing hold? Looks like the 787 Redemption Racing KTM of Josh Osby swings wide though, and the number 16 of Jess Pettis is in the lead as we go on board with the 21 Husqvarna of Davey Frazier with another great start.
You can see Moffenbauer's wheel right there. He followed Osby wide. Fraser in 5th, holding off Little Muff for now. How about Jacob Hayes and Dylan Wright with a much better start in this moto. Check out the rough and tumble roost. Bit of dust out here just to add a little challenge for the riders. Not a whole lot of ruts there. What great onboard footage with Frazier.
You better believe it. The drift helmet cam is taking care of the bit need today as our top 4 slide through that Kawasaki corner, coming into this ultra tricky off camber, Brian. It's been difficult and slippery all day as they exit through that Mutual right-hander. Oh, look at that. Pettis on the wide side again. Very slippery. Osby capitalizes on the inside.
Good heads-up riding for Josh Osby. Redemption Racing KTM. Back to a replay of that start. Casey Keese way wide. Moffenbauer's drifting that way, but check out Osby out of nowhere. Just slices off Pettis, but goes so wide. Hayes and Moffenbauer as well as Wright do that tuck under. Make a nice recovery on this slippery first turn.
A very interesting start, Brian, because they drop down into that Honda Hollow and then they have to cut back, which is a jump that's very much like this one off the finish line, where they're almost turning in midair.
Yeah, it's really tricky, man. The riders come in so fast in that corner right there, the FXR. You can see Hayes getting a little fishtaily. It's got a lot of big braking bumps. Check out Pettis, some good defense, getting Wright back quickly after Wright got him on that uber scary finish line jump. Osby out front, Then it's our first Moto winner. How about Wright? What a comebacker. Gets by the 16.
As we go down into the Honda Hollow, there's the 787 of Osby, Wright, Pettis, and here comes the number 12 of Sean Moffenbauer as he cuts back on the inside of the 100 of Jacob Hayes. What a pass, Brian. Again, super aggressive and confident on that slippery inside line.
Big time, waiting the outside peg, really steering with the upper thighs to hold that motorcycle in place, stays low on his teammates. So Moff kind of scrubbing through. Those are huge jumps, and then they brake heavily for this kind of GP switchback. Some of the riders keeping the feet on the pegs. Check out Pettis' style there, the English just leaning back. Here on replay, we say Muffin Rider just cutting in there, tucking in on Hayes. Hayes thinks, I got this, and Little M just on the gas. Whew. Sweet work by the MX101 FXR bike.
And look how great these two MX101 riders look in that 2018 FXR gear as they go by the FXR trailer. Oh, nice cutback for Moffenbauer. Boy, point and shoot for Moffenbauer. It seems that whenever he wants to make that move, he's got a lot of throttle in there.
And a pair of Rockstar Yamahas, so we've got Rockstar representation here with that Yamaha FXR squad. Dylan Wright has got a world of fastness right on his back fender tee, but I think he's got the stuff. We gotta see Dylan Wright win one of these things.
Well, when we're talking about these motorcycles in the MX2 class, very competitive bikes right now between what we're seeing under the track, because we're missing the number 1 of Cole Thompson, and we know that his bike may be just a touch better than these, but boy, these are fast. Look at Osby go through there. Oh, and traction everywhere through the blue crew corner for the number 12 of Muffin Top.
Well, Muffin's been pounding hard around this track, challenging every rider he comes up against. Feet on the pegs, he just does a nice little knife over. But Wright has got some wicked skills. He's a very loose rider. He doesn't hang on too tight. He lets the motorcycle work under him. And I think that's why Wright shines so much on the rough tracks. Check out how the pressure from Moffenbauer has got Wright right up to Osby now. And check out that two-wheel slide for Wright. He means business. He wants to get by the American in Osby quick.
And Osby's been super quick, Brian, all season long, and especially coming east. You think about Thompson out now. Osby's in the championship, but Moffenbauer's got a problem. He's got an issue, Brian.
Moffenbauer has had an unbelievable series, Travs. He wins, his bike breaks, he crashes. Can't this guy make it any easier on himself? Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, absolutely unbelievable. So now we have a 2-horse race for the lead through the Yamaha Blue Crew corner. The number 787 Redemption Racing KTM of Osby, who got into the lead on a quick pass after getting the hole shot, and then this dynamite charge of the number 14 of Dylan Wright. So aggressive out there.
Wright has been pestering Osby lap after lap, and credit where credit's due. Osby has been holding his lines and making Wright do all the work. Wright's trying all the alternatives and expending a lot of energy, but trust me, it's weighing heavy on Osby right now. He feels it. And for Osby, he's just thinking, get my marks, don't make any mistakes. As you see the 33, the young upstart, Casey Keese ripping hard in 7th with Jeremy Pronovost right behind him, the French-Canadian rider with that black chest protector. It's nice to see Pronovost, one of the few top pros that wears that external chest protector. And there is Muffin Rider. He is done like dinner.
Pushing that bike off the track, Brian. Getting back to our lead package, thinking about Osby last weekend, won both motos at round 6, but got DQ'd in the first moto for jumping on a red cross flag. So he knows how to win, Brian. Look how slippery it is through this corner, and then they get on the gas, taped, coming up to this Rockstar finish line. They added this new jump. Oh my goodness, Brian!
Oh, geez!
Osby's off the track.
Oh my, what a crash! Holy smokes, Wright was going for the lead. Osby's down in a heat, Travs. Right off the track through the fencing. Sense of urgency as his girlfriend runs to attend to him. Check it out, Osby looks over, Wright's got the drive. Osby's already kind of turning over a dangerous part of the track on the best of times. Check it out, front wheel right in the head. Drifts over, he's got nowhere to go, takes that whole pole out, takes it right in the noggin.
And that pole just about hit right on the comebacker there.
Wright's got his issues here. Manages to gather it up and gets back on the gas, but it is Josh Osby down. Let's just hope that young American from Ohio is okay, Travs. That's a bad crash.
It is a very dangerous sport, Brian. The speeds which these riders are on these motorcycles, and they're not protected by anything but helmets and their bones, for crying out loud, as we get back to the 14 of Dylan Wright, who made some amazing moves to stay in the lead. Jess Pettis is in second place. Things are all askew right now, and I can't believe that. Oh my goodness, and now Wright's off the track on that FXR corner. There's a huge bomb hole down there.
Huge braking bumps. Travs coming in there, lose soil through the FXR. A very exciting corner. Fans right up close and personal, and Wright just tucks that front end under, and you can see how rugged it is. Oh, there it is in slow-mo.
Oh my.
A bit of a flying W. No damage there for Wright. Pettis cruises by first place for the rider from Prince George.
And here comes the 100 of Jacob Hayes as he hunts down the 16 of Pettis. So we got a nice battle for the lead. Wright remounts in third place, but Hayes has been the quiet man in this moto, Brian. He's been behind everything, and now he's pressuring Pettis for the lead.
Check out Hayes' style. He's very methodical, Travis. Moffenbauer back up and running, so he got that Yamaha fired up, but boy, he is way, way back to our lead package on the last lap. Hayes very composed, but now's the time to leave that composure behind and get bossy and physical. It's only a bike length between our two leaders, Travis, and this off-camber poses a lot of passing opportunity.
To the 12 of Sean Moffenbauer coming over the finish line and getting his last lap flag. And here we go, Brian. Bar to bar as they pound their way up the straightaway to the finish line. Does Pettis have it? Yes, he does. Jeff Pettis takes his first win in the MX2 class, and he will get the overall. What a day here at Pleasant Valley.
Welcome back to Nova Scotia. Not quite so Pleasant Valley for Josh Osby as he just gets pummeled here by Dylan Wright passing for the lead. Oh, that is ugly. We take for granted this sport, but it is dangerous. To our Yamaha leaderboard, Pettis' first ever win. How about Surratt Fraser right here in his home soil, 5th? Gotta go down to Pizza Geese. How about DJ Burmy and Drew Roberts, 10th?
With the number 16 of Jess Pettis takes the second moto win and the overall for the day. A crazy moto, Jess, but you hang in there with a very mature, confident ride and took the win. Congratulations.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say right now. I'm ecstatic, and to come back after a collarbone injury, I was just hoping to finish this weekend healthy and not hurt. But to get my first moto win ever and to get the overall, I don't even know what to say. I can't thank MX101 FXR Yamaha for just believing in me and picking me up last year, and they seen something in me, and it's gave me so much confidence and so much more help, and we both worked so hard, so I'm happy about this.
Who can't be impressed with the number 100 of Jacob Hayes picking up the scraps and pressing for the lead late, Jacob? You really are amazing when you think about that injury you had in round 4 and still battling right now for leads.
Yeah, it's getting better. I'm getting better each round. The bike's getting better each round, and we're just plugging away. The Monster Energy Alpine Star Kawasaki team is working hard. I'm working hard. My mechanic, Mike, everyone back at home, my support group, we're all pushing, and we're not ready to give up yet.
Third overall in the day, still on the points hunt, and wow, what a scary moment you had out there with Osby.
Yeah, I mean, had a pretty good moto going. Had the speed to win that moto, and just make a little bobble over here in that corner. Kind of jumped into the turn and just washed the front end out, and just able to kind of catch back up towards the end, and just kind of ran out of time to make the pass. But obviously it was a good moto, and yeah, I hope Osby's all right. We came together in the air here, and yeah, it was a little scary for both of us. So just hope he's all right, and sending out well wishes to him, that's for sure.
Well, a classy kid. 2 are points after 7 of 10. Moffenbauer, even with that second moto outside the top 20, has a 21-point lead over Osby, who is coherent and hopefully will make a full recovery. Surratt in the mix with Thompson out.
What a crazy day it's been here in Brookfield, Nova Scotia, with Jess Pettis taking his first win and his first overall. Don't forget to like the CMX Facebook page and go to mxnationals.ca for all the good stuff. You have been watching the 2017 Rockstar Energy Drink Motocross Nationals, presented by Motovan.com, Canada's source for power sports parts and accessories. For Brian Coster, I'm Mark Travers. Well done, Jess. Great to have you back. We'll see everybody in Moncton next week.